Praise to Shrek, who liberated Duloc, commissioned by Farquaad to save Princess dear. Blessed to invade the dragon's dungeon, Shrek carried Fiona on his big jack back. Donkey behind him as his trusted steed, mingling with peasants, he'll reclaim his swamp. Hail to the Green Man, ascended to Duloc. Traitors and tyrants now bleed their own blood. Mingling with ogre tits, he lusts for her green body. Millions of toadstools shall be his again. I needed that. I needed that. I needed that here. I needed that right now. I needed that today. I need to be focused. I need to be centered. I'm here. I'm present. I'm with you. I am home. This is my place. This is my church. This is my place of worship. I feel at peace. I feel at home. I am here. I am now. I am present. I am in my body. I am in the moment. I am the center of the universe. I am the center of this media empire. Let it roll.
Wow. I haven't seen you so amped up since you took Fiona out to the swamp.
I'm feeling good, Jules. Feeling good.
I haven't seen you this amped up since I stuck a green thumb up your butt. Right?
I'll tell you, that was a hell of a night, but I am on one. I'm feeling good. I tell you, this weekend I did a lot of lines. I was doing line after line.
Lines?
From the play. I was running the play over in my head. I'm coming up with second edition, third edition. I'm talking sequels. I'm talking prequels. I'm talking other trilogies. I'm talking man-made fiction. I'm doing it all. I'm doing it all, line after line, precept on precept, in my basement, in the attic, on the street, in front of the 7-Eleven, in front of the elementary school, after hours. Doesn't matter. This creative wheel doesn't stop. I don't sleep. We keep it going.
Right. And sometimes I'll do lines as well from our play just to kind of keep it fresh in mind. So that's great that you have been sharing your lines with others in the community. It seems like you've been having a lot of really good ideas recently.
Yep. You nailed that right on the head there, Julian. Tell me about your weekend.
Well, my weekend was cold. I have been sleeping outside. 3 nights now. I've had very little water, very little to eat, and very little sleep because you took my key to the studio. So because I don't have access to the studio anymore because you took my key, I can't unlock the door, I have to stay in the back alley right there on Blueberry Lane. So I am not well rested. I am not well versed because I have no access to internet back there. There is no way for me to make calls. I've basically used up all my cricket minutes. I have a few minutes left that I'm saving for a very special somebody. And I don't know if you should know who that somebody is until you give me back my key to the studio so I can stay here and stay alive.
That's fine. I'll deal with the natural consequences of that. You're focusing too much on the bad. Let's think about the good here. Let's take a very, very high level on this and focus on the good. Let's bring it back down here to earth. Because I don't know if you know, we're here, we're in the studio. This is our place of worship. This is where we reside, right? This is our empire. We're here, our bodies, our spirits, our minds, everything is here, right now, right here, now, right here, right now, right here, right now. Focus on the good. That. What have you learned about yourself and your interests through sleeping outside keyless?
Well,
Sock it to me.
I haven't learned much, but on a good note, I did learn that the Sizzler actually wanted to hire us as assistant managers. They see us come in all the time. As you guys know, we go there all the time for dinner, lunch, breakfast. We kind of stay the whole day. It's all you can eat. They did offer us positions. I did turn them down, but I did tell them about what I really want to do, and just to see if there was any connections there. If I could make a connection with the manager, maybe he would graze me with his audience and his connections, and maybe I could do what I love the most, and that is working at a zoo. I want to become a zoophile. I love animals. I love everything about zoos. I love the whole keep animals in cages and use them to make profits. That's just something I find very interesting and very human.
We're superior. We're above them. They belong in captivity. They belong in a cage. They exist because we will them so. And you nailed that right on the tits there, Julian.
Right.
Let's keep it going.
So any capitalizing off animals' suffering gets me hard. So I joined a couple zoophile groups on Facebook, on some other weird websites. And there's a huge community of zoophiles. They're very kind of quiet though and mysterious. I haven't, they're not yelling it from the rooftops, and I don't know why. So last night I got up on my roof and I screamed, "I am a zoophile. I am a zoophile."
I heard you, man. I heard you.
And you're probably saying, "Julian, what roof? You don't have a home." That's right. It was Laura's roof, but I in fact I would still pay for that house if I could. So it's technically my home. She didn't know I was there. She told me to get off the roof, get out of here. She's calling the police.
We knew you were there.
And my neighbor called the police as well, said, "We have a maniac on the roof. He's yelling that he's a zoophile." And I said, "There's nothing wrong with being a zoophile. You should try it." So I've been communicating with these groups all week. I am going to Club Rub tonight. They are having a little zoophile get-together in the basement of Club Rub. So I will be dressing up as my favorite animal as they requested, which is a toad, a swamp toad, as you all know. And I will be going there, and I'm going to have a great night. I'm excited to see what kind of things we can come up with regarding zoos and animals and how we can help them and how we can capitalize off them better. So I am excited for that.
I do want to give you one little piece of advice, because I noticed the ad that you showed me about this open Craigslist ad for the zoophile meetups. It is bottomless only, okay?
Right.
Tops only. My thing is, you got to protect your portabella at all times. Mm-hmm. You got to protect it. That's our source of life. It's our source of joy. It's our source of well-being, okay? You got to keep that little boy safe, okay?
Right.
Protect your portabella tip mushroom at all times.
Consider my marbles protected. And yep, bottomless, blindfolds only. You're not supposed to know who anyone is, which is weird to me, because I like seeing who I'm talking to about these zoophile issues. But they are very, very bold-headed about me not knowing who anyone is. And we go by nicknames. I'm going by Swamp Toad. Because I am, in fact, a swamp toad. So yeah, we'll see how that goes, and I'll let you know on our nightly call tonight, if you'd like.
Yeah, no, that's fine. You can do whatever you want. You're your own man. You can make your own decisions. I will honor and I will love and I respect you for whatever you choose to do. Just as long as when we are here in our place of work, we are here, we are now, we are present. We are in our empire, we are in our place of worship. We're here right now, right now, right now, right now. Okay? Zoophile, Sizzler, nothing. Nothing, just here.
You're right. You seem like you got a lot of energy today. Is it because of a special guest that I don't know about? Any surprises for me, or?
I haven't been sleeping. Partially because of this creative streak I've been on. I have so many more hours throughout the night, throughout the dawn, throughout dusk.
How long have you been up?
My head's been swimming with ideas, and one of these ideas that came to my mind is I think Fiona might be cheating on me.
Really?
And I'm trying to get to the bottom of this.
Fiona's cheating?
I think so. She's been going and leaving at odd times in the night, odd times in the morning, okay? She usually goes away smelling like rosemary and peaches, my favorite scent that I get here from Sephora. She's been coming back covered in coconut oil, smelling like complete garbage, covered in dirt, okay? Her lips have been green, like she's been sipping green Kool-Aid, and I like her trim and fit. I do not allow her to drink sugary drinks. If she does, I make her purge. If she buys them, I throw it out. I'm getting to the bottom of this.
Do you know who she might be cheating on you with?
I don't have
You know
any.
who the son of a is.
I have no idea. But when we find him, we are going to pull him apart limb by limb. We're going to make some of that famous Shrek eyeball jelly.
Yeah, and not for me, but for you. I'm going to freaking kill this guy. I'm going to murder him and go to prison with you. And we're going to go to prison because she should not be cheating on you with anyone.
I told her, I promise you, any messing around, any funny business, any malarkey, neither here nor there, nor down the street, nor down to Timbuktu. Here nor there. If I can't have you, nobody can. If this happens, it's over. And not just our relationship. It is all over. Everything will be over.
Right.
It'll be nothing but darkness. And I told her, you know what? I've put my time in the hole. And you know what even more? I don't mind being in the cell. I don't mind having nothing but peas and gruel for every meal. I don't mind showering with 20, 30 jacked men naked in the same spot where I can get shanked, where I can get syphilis, where I can get staph infection. But I can also meet my soulmate. Push me. Push me. Push me.
I have a confession to make. The reason I've been sneaking onto Sweet Laura's roof at night, the reason I have been calling her nonstop, I've sent her maybe 500, 600 texts today, answer me, bitch, and I think she might be seeing someone as well. I think Sweet Laura is the type of person who would go out to the Applebee's and pick someone up. And I don't know who it is. I don't know if maybe we're talking about the same guy. Maybe he's playing Laura. He's playing Fiona.
I bet it is.
He's sleeping with both of them.
You're kidding.
Yeah,
Since when?
Well, the other day I was, Sweet Laura was at work, so I snuck back into the house. I was going to rump my stepson. I was going to tell him to piss off because I wanted the house to myself. I wanted to take a shower. And I snuck in through the back when she was gone. And to my surprise, I saw a trail of mud shoes. Mud shoes leading all the way from the backyard into the back door, up every step into our beloved sacred bedroom where we get down with the swamp, where I stick it in her patoot. And little did he know, whoever's cheating on her, I put a hidden camera there. It only can record for about 2 hours because it is battery powered and I couldn't afford batteries. But if he goes over there in the next 2 hours, I am going to watch it and I'm going to laugh because then I will know who he is. And if Laura, you see this, and if you're cheating on me, I swear to God, I will kill you.
But let's back up right there. You don't have a key to get in, so I will go check the tapes. I'll go check them for you.
Yeah.
I have the key. I go check up on the Sweet Store. I check up on Rump. I clean up a little bit. I'll check the tapes. You just got to let me know where they are. I'll make sure they're intact. I'll make sure they're fine. I'll make sure nothing like magnets or lighter fluid
perfect, yeah.
or bright rays or anything gets near those precious silicone tapes. Just you tell me right now where they are.
That's perfect. I actually had plans tonight to hang out with Mitch, so that would be great if you could check him. I trust you. Okay. Laura gets home around 7, so if you could go before then. They are up in the top drawer where I keep my collection of swamp panties, and I cut a little hole in the dresser, and the camera should just be facing the armoire and the kneeling stool I use to paddle my lovers. So just check up there, check the tapes, let me know if you see who this bastard is, because I bet you the same guy is playing both of our wives.
And if we catch this son of a bitch, if you're watching right now and we know that you are, write in and reveal yourself, you coward.
Reveal yourself, you coward, and come on the show, and then we'll teach you a thing or two about real ethics, values, morals, and we'll watch Shrek 1, 2, and 3.
We'll give him the old sidewinder. We'll give him the haymaker. We'll give him the the pussy hand stomp, but most importantly, we'll give him the play button.
Right. And then it'll be all ogre for him.
It'll be all ogre. Ogre and out, right? It just is what it is. But you have my solemn covenant that I will go through. I will scrub those tapes of everything that's going on. I will write down every detail, and I will report to you within 3 to 5 business days.
Right, and you're not going to have a green thumb anymore. Don't mess with us, okay? Because we will chop off your legs. We'll cut your legs off. I've cut many animals' legs off, and to cook them and eat them because I'm homeless. And I will cut your legs off and I will eat them. I'm not afraid to eat human flesh.
We're not kidding around. We'll give you the boot.
Right, we'll give you the boot. All right? Okay.
Okay. That's neither here nor there.
Let's figure it out.
I got to get my head on straight.
It will be on the tapes tonight.
On a more positive note, that brain doctor we had on last week, we're pleased to announce we took that wench down.
We took that down. Yep, we took that right to the swamp and drowned her in the swamp mud. Yes, we did, and it was all thanks to you guys, our many followers. We couldn't have done it without you. So what we did is in order for her to come on the show, we got a lot of her personal information, addresses, credit card numbers. It's all
social
required.
Security numbers. We got her home address. We got her husband's place of work. We got her children's school records, their immunization records. What else? Their property taxes.
Right.
We got their Netflix login. We got their browsing history. We got credit scores. Everything to teach someone a lesson.
Everything, just in case they backstab us, and also for our safety, because we do have a bouncer, Chives. He's not here. He couldn't make it. We still don't know where he is. But he is our new bouncer because we can't afford a butler. So we need to protect ourselves. So we gather all this information. Needless to say, she was a wench on the show. She was a tavern wench, and I am ashamed. And you guys were frankly ashamed. We got thousands and thousands of emails saying what a mother ham mother.
And to reiterate what my partner just said, tart ass bitch, and a little of a old sloppy ass.
And to reiterate that, we will both say it now because she is a
swamp and
ham bone
kid. You can say it with us at home. That lady was a bitch. So anyway, all of you came together. The CEO of GoFundMe, which is also the chairman for the biggest petition signing website in the world, Petitions for Change, and for sure nothingelse.com. Jamal Ridley started a petition to get that therapist's practice and licenses
shut down
and deleted from the face of this universe. Everything burned to hell. We submitted it to Doppel with 2.5 million signatures from all you swampies at home, and we are pleased to announce that she's under official investigation as of right now.
Right now. So we put all of her
Shut up!
We put all of her information publicly out to you guys. We gave you all that information we gathered. We told you go to her address, harass her, drive to her work, put in fake therapy appointments so that she loses money and loses capital. And you guys did it.
We told you to go bang Coke bottles in front of her, in front of the office saying, time to apologize, time to apologize. Shut her down, time to apologize.
Right. When we told you to pull the earwax out of your ears, rub it all over her car windows, key her car, drink green juice until you throw up, puke it all over her lawn, throw green eggs and ham at her door, all this stuff. And one of our fans, I want to give a shout out to, Jamal Henson, and BV McFarlane.
Sounds a lot like Jamal Ridley, but we'll let it slide.
Right, and that's very funny that they have close to similar names, and it's awesome. So there's a lot of Jamals apparently that are helping us with this, and they both, BB and Jamal, went to her church and told her pastor that she was cheating on her husband, because she was. She admitted it on the episode. She admitted to meeting guys and cheating.
Back rubs. She gave so many back rubs. She was like the village masseuse. Everyone got a back rub. Okay.
Right.
But she made no money and had no credentials to do so. So we are pleased to announce she has since been excommunicated from the Seventh-day Adventist Church down in historic Linden, Utah.
Right.
They gave her the boot.
They gave her the boot. So we not only ruined her physical life on this plane, but we ruined her spiritual life. And hopefully, humbly we say, we hope that she will apologize now for ruining our show.
And Doc, this message is directly aimed towards you.
Right.
All we need is an apology.
All we need is an apology.
A real apology. None of this therapy BS of, I'm sorry you think that. Make it real, and we can make this all stop.
Right. We'll reach out. If you apologize, we will reach out and say, give her, even though she screwed up, she's a terrible person, give her another chance, Pastor.
We can't already undo what's already been done, but that isn't to say that maybe your life can resemble something normal in the future.
Right.
You have to do what's right. You never cross us.
We will humble ourselves to make that call, and we will make it together.
Like I said, I have a lot of grace. But just like God, I also have a lot of wrath.
Right.
I have a lot of wrath.
And we are very, very forgiving. It's like once something bad happens to us, we're immediately forgive. We show no vengeance. We show no hate towards that person. Except
but again, we never
case.
Forget.
Except in this case, because you went too far. So thanks, guys. That was great. We'll be sending all of you 2 nickels. Thanks. All right, let's see what we got here. Let's dive right into the episode.
Whoa.
What?
Let's dive into the episode.
Okay, let's dive right into the episode here. We're going to be watching some of Shrek. We're going to continue where we left off. First, we got 2 more housekeeping items, but get ready, get your TVs primed, get your microwaves primed, pop in some green corn, get your green juice ready, and the first item on our list is a big one. This is a big deal. This will be the first time we allow one of our fans onto Talking Shrek, onto the show. And how we will determine that is through a contest that we decided upon. You want to tell them what's going on?
I would love nothing more than right now to tell you exactly what's going on with this Shrek-themed contest. We all know there's a ton of Shrek-themed foods and flavors out there. All we ask is that you get a notary and another witness to witness you eating massive, just gluttonous amounts of Shrek-themed food. The person that eats the biggest bulk in pounds of this delicious, green, hearty, delicious, calorically filled Shrek green food will be given the opportunity to fly out here to the historic Provo Airport in Provo, Utah, off of Center Street, Utah Lake, to sit in our plexiglass cage over there. Again, for your protection and for ours, it only opens from the outside.
Right.
What kind of foods? Give them some ideas there, Jules.
So we will have you guys eat jelly made from eyeballs. You could make bread from people's bones. You can make a giant Shrek-themed cake that looks like Shrek with his muscles and his tiny leather vest. You can eat Wood Boys. You can eat anything Shrek-themed, really. Swamp food, swamp soup, swamp bakery items.
You can make a 20-pound gingerbread man. And I know what you're thinking. I don't have 20 pounds of gingerbread. Easy. Go get 4 or 5 pounds of gingerbread man. Right. Same thing. Again, we're looking at sheer bulk. We are looking at weight.
We're looking at sheer bulk, weight. There's a few things we'll judge it on. We'll obviously weight and bulk and how much you can keep in. Again, you will need to record this and have a witness. And we don't want anyone puking it up after. So you will need to send us the 12 hours of video, nonstop, no cuts, no ending, of you eating and waiting 12 hours so we know that you digested it. We will also judge on the amount of fructose corn syrup in each meal. The more fructose corn syrup there is, the better. We will also judge on how clean your fingernails are so that when we're watching the video, we're not disgusted by your putrid, disgusting, tiny fingernails, because we hate that. We want clean hands. We want hand model looking hands eating this disgusting, delicious food.
In addition, we're going to need a 3D image of inside your mouth.
Yep, go to the dentist.
After the meal is complete, we have to see if you were chipmunking, if you have some left in there, right? We got to see if there's any in your teeth. We're looking for the overall hygiene of your mouth, okay? We don't want some rancid mouth sitting in here with cheese teeth, okay?
Yep.
We might love the big, vicious green ogre, and he's known for his bad breath, but God damn it, you're not an animal.
Right. We want clean mouths. Go to the dentist, get a 3D image, send us some molds of your teeth. We want clean, good, healthy teeth. And then when you're here in the studio, you'll be behind that plexiglass. We might have a couple questions for you. If we decide that you're worthy, we might have you sitting with us at the sacred table.
Because we can move the plexiglass cage.
Yeah, you can
in
just
between us.
Yep.
Again, this is for your safety as well as for ours.
Right. So submit, of course, your food and you eating it with all those qualifications to talkingshrek@gmail.com. We will be judging this live on an upcoming episode, and we will decide the winner. We'll announce it. So stay tuned for that. That is exciting shit.
I gotta go to the bathroom. I gotta go to the bathroom right now. Right now, right now, right now, right here, right now, right now. I gotta go to the bathroom right now. I need $1. Do you have $1? I need to get a snack on the way to the bathroom.
Yeah. I got $1. What? You want a snack?
Yeah.
You hungry?
You know, it's a never-ending cycle. When something comes out, something has to go back in. I'm not here to go over my body's comings and goings with you, Jules.
All right.
Thank you for the $1. I'll be back.
Well, the tiny donuts are really good if you want to get
I'll get whatever I want. Oh, God. Fuck.
There he is.
Hey.
How was number one or number two?
There's your $1.
Oh.
Yeah.
Did you get
they
anything?
didn't. The machine. Oh, fuck. No, I didn't need it. The machine spit out. It gave me.
Oh, you got the powdered donut.
It gave me the for free. It just. I went to go push the button and it said, no money needed today.
Oh.
It was a freebie day, but I wouldn't go check.
Nice.
I think it's all out. But I'm feeling good. Woo!
Oh, thank you.
Were those toilet seats clean? Oh man, we got some good housekeeping in here.
Love your.
Shout out to Chives. Woo!
Shout out to Chive. Shout out to Mitch.
Ow! Ow!
Yeah.
Feeling good.
I love that energy because it's always nice when you push out a big brown. A big brown.
That's what it was.
And you drop it
at the
right
toilet.
in there and you flush her down.
I made a mess of that toilet, so you don't go looking. Don't go chasing waterfalls or poopy brown waterfalls.
You know, the more you become like Shrek, the more I want to avoid the bathrooms you use. Honestly,
you like to go outside. You like to be one with nature. You're centered.
You're centered, truly centered, and I love that energy. And I'm sure you guys love it as well. One more housekeeping item here. We'll just dive right back in. Julian Myers. I know we talk about him a lot. We haven't heard from him. He's on Cricket again, so his phone just doesn't really work with a Cricket provider. But we know he's at work because we have had no funds in our accounts. As soon as $1 comes in from our Patreon, from you guys, it is
from OnlyFans. It's there and it's out. I can't even capture it and put it into an auxiliary account. It's gone, which leads us to believe
he's constantly draining our
working
accounts.
tirelessly.
He's working tirelessly. He's constantly draining our accounts. Wham, bam, boogie. He's investing it. So I know we're supposed to have that cash already, but I'm sure there is a good investment reason. I don't understand investing. I don't understand this crypto stuff. I don't understand how the money turns into more money. I don't understand insurance. I don't understand values and equations and XYZ. So we are leaving that up to the experts, and that is a valuable lesson. So we'll keep you updated on Julian Myers. Now, what you've all been waiting for, we are going to continue the episode right after they get to the Dragon's Den, the Dragon's Castle. We are just showing up there with Shrek and Donkey. Shrek just ripped a big fart. Donkey commented on his fart. They were both smelling his fart. They both enjoyed his fart.
I would.
Right. They both said it smelled like brimstone.
Side note, candle idea. Shrek dungeon fart.
That's a good idea.
Isn't that $1 million idea? Can I get a woo?
Mitch, write that down, please.
Write it down, Mitch.
Candle farts, scent of oak wood, donkey hair, wet donkey. That's a good one. Wet donkey. Write that one down. Candle scents. I already smell like a wet donkey, but if I didn't, I would certainly buy one of the candles.
I would. I'm with you there. Another one could be WAP scented candle. Wooden ass Pinocchio. What I would give to smell.
Ooh, what I would give to bend Pinocchio over and just.
I bet it smells like birchwood. I bet it smells like cherry wood. I bet it smells like poplar.
Oh yeah, I bet it smells like a donut in there.
I know in wood shop I used to get 2 little blocks of wood. I would shave them and round them off. I would glue them together and I would just bury my face in there. And my teacher would say, "What are you doing? This is wood shop. I'm going to give you a worse grade if you don't stop."
Right.
Anyway, I flunked out of the class, but best semester of my life.
He'd say, "You're supposed to be making a plaque for your grandmother for Grandmother's Day." And you would say, "No, I'm making what I want to make." And that's where that freedom comes in, that freedom of choice. And that's what led Jake to being so successful when he was in prison with the whittling. So
I'll tell you, it was never that hot in prison as it is right now. Are you hot?
A little hot.
Oh, I'm pretty hot.
I'm pretty hot.
Mitch, kick on the... We don't have AC.
We don't have AC. Got shut off.
We'll make do.
Yeah, the landlord has actually been hitting us up and saying, you are evicted. But we are saying, no, you need to force us. We are declaring being squatters. We are not part of the system. We are free citizens. We threw out our Social Security numbers. So we don't follow the rules of the system. We are squatting. We are fighting it in court.
We're off the grid. I said, listen here, you hussy. The Roman Empire wasn't kicked out of where they occupied just because their landlord said that those doubloons came due. You better come correct, and you better be ready to throw down, because this media empire doesn't move for anybody.
Right. And the last time someone moved because of a landlord, they were moved into reservations. So bad things happen if you just give in. You need to fight. So we'll be fighting that court, and we'll keep you updated. So let's dive right in. Got your minute markers ready. We got Shrek here. We got Donkey, and let's go.
We must be getting close.
All right, and let's pause it right there. So Shrek says we are getting close. Now, do you think, Jake, this is something I've thought about on our nightly watches. This is something I wrote in my notes for this episode. They are getting close to the castle, but what else are they getting close to?
I don't like to be put on the spot.
I think there's a few things they're getting close to. They're getting closer as friends.
Yes.
And they're also getting closer
to his true love.
To his true love, right. So Shrek, being the magnificent, all-knowing creature that he is, do you think maybe something in his heart is telling him we're getting closer? Donkey's thinking it's the castle, whatever.
His heart is drawing him closer to his counterpart. He feels it. He's thumping. He's throbbing. He's probably engorged at this point. God, it's so hot in here.
Yeah, it's a little hot. And if you pause it right here in the movie, you can actually see that Shrek is popping up a tent in his leather pants. So, he's thinking about, what does this princess look like? Who is she? And that natural pheromones are pumping to his brain and then into his green penis. So I think that was interesting. And let's hit play.
Greenstone
Let's go ahead and stop right there. Brimstone. Where else do we know about brimstone being? What sort of places have we been warned about brimstone and fire?
Right. Hell.
A dragon's dungeon. Let's keep going.
I know what I smelled. There wasn't no brimstone. Didn't come off no stone either.
Coming up, yep. Look at those arms, man. Let's pause it right there. So Shrek, no problem pulling up. He does pull-ups. That's why we do pull-ups and we wear pull-ups. Because we saw he was doing pull-ups, so anything pull-up we do. We bought a 12-pack of pull-ups. We've been wearing those. We've been going out to the woods. We've been doing pull-ups, and it's important
because we don't take breaks. Sometimes I'm pulling up, and it is so straining that I literally void my bowels. But the hustle and the gains don't stop for anything or anyone or any bodily function.
Right, and that's why you buy a whole pack. So if you go to Pampers right now and type in the code Talking Shrek, leave a brownie in that pull-up, you will get 20% off your next order. Buy them for the kids, buy them when you're going out working, and all that jazz. Here we go.
Wrong way to go, brother. Wrong way.
Wrong way. So we see the castle, we see the lake of lava, and right here we don't see, what we don't see is any fear in Shrek's eyes. So again, that just backs up the point. He's fearless, he's ready. And in a second here, we'll see Donkey's reaction to this pit of, you have something on your face.
No, it's the powdered donut.
Powdered
It was
donut.
good. Thanks for the recommendation. Anyway, do you think he takes any mind-altering substances or anything to get past this fear that's looming? We see lava. We see a little long drawbridge. Obviously, there's a dragon looming in the distance.
Your question, does Shrek take anything other than steroids? Because clearly he takes steroids. You can't get that jacked without taking steroids. But you're referring to maybe taking something to get over his fear.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, I do, in fact, think he does take something to get over his fear. I think that if you eat enough bones and human flesh, you can develop a natural dopamine in your brain that will lower your fear tolerance and bring you and make you braver. My great uncle was a cannibal, was a well-known cannibal, and he was afraid of nothing. He would worship the devil. He wasn't even afraid of Satan himself. He actually hailed to the devil. So I think that proves my point. And let's keep going.
Really not hot?
Oh, I'm okay.
Oh, God.
But look at the
Oh, my
location.
God. See, this is where we see classic Mike Myers, SNL, 1989 really punching through. Love it, love it, love it, love it.
I have a bit of a confession to make. That's what we have layers. We wear our fear right out there on our sleeves.
Boom. Let's pause it right there. So Donkey says, donkeys don't have layers, okay? But Shreks do. We wear our fear right on our sleeves. Do you think that implies and goes back to that idea that Shrek is burying his feelings, and Donkey is more outwardly expressing his feelings through verbiage, through wearing his heart on his sleeve, through his comedy?
Well, okay. So this is multifaceted. There's a caveat to this because we literally see that Shrek is wearing several layers. He's got his beautiful vest. He's got his long, canvas shirt. He's got his pants. He's got his cloth shoes. I can imagine he has a cloth diaper under there, or maybe some sort of medieval pull-ups. Okay, so he has many layers to him. He's a multifaceted creature, whereas Donkey himself, in fact, doesn't have sleeves.
Right. He doesn't physically have sleeves, and Donkey doesn't even wear clothing.
None.
He
None
doesn't,
whatsoever.
Yeah, so he's completely nude. I think that does back up the fact that maybe Donkey nailed it right on the head, just based on the type of clothing they're wearing, based on what he's saying, based on the attitude that he has.
Let's bring it down there.
All right.
Wait a second. Donkeys don't have sleeves. You know what I mean. Oh, you can't tell me you're afraid of heights. No, I'm just a little uncomfortable about being on a rickety bridge over a boiling lake of lava. Come on, Donkey, I'm right here beside you, okay?
And let's pause it right there. That reminds me of a quick story. When I was a boy, me and my brother, Gerald, were out looking for our dog. We just got a brand new golden retriever dog, and we brought her home. she escaped through a gap in the fence before we were able to get that fixed. We didn't know where she was, so me and Gerard went out and looked for her around the neighborhood. We stumbled across a plant, a big plant, and I'm not talking a plant you plant on the ground. I'm talking about a plant that harnesses the power of our feces and pours chemicals in it.
A power plant.
A power plant, a feces, a poop plant, pea poop plant. And we went to the pea poop plant, and we climbed the barbed wire fence to try to keep people out. And there was a thin bridge across one of these giant vats of human feces. And it was much like this scene here. My brother is very brave, and he led me by the hand, and we saw our puppy dog across this vat of pee-poo. And we went over the pee-poo, and my brother was very brave. I had to close my eyes because I was so afraid of getting pee-poo on my shirt. So he led me by the hand, and right across, just like we're seeing in this scene, and that really connected me the first time I watched this movie. It reminds me of Shrek and Donkey again. I am Donkey in all these instances, and that often reminds me of Jake, because sometimes Jake will clean the pee-poo off my shirt.
I'm the leader that you need. I'm going to get you through. I'm going to give you the pep talks. I'm going to get you across that pee-poo bridge. Whatever diarrhea and pee-pee may boil up and splash you in the face, we'll get through it together, brother, and you have my solemn promise in that.
And let's go ahead and go right there.
We'll just tackle this thing together, one little baby step at a time.
A little slap on the rump. I do that to you
Really?
every morning.
That makes me feel so much better. Just keep moving, and don't look down.
Don't look down.
Look down.
And let's go ahead and pause it right there for just a second. Don't look down. I love that because Shrek has a pinpoint focus right now. He knows Fiona. I will beg to say that he knows Fiona's there. His heart is drawing him to her. Do you think he knows that they're going to be in love? Do you think he knows at this point that because of his laser focus, he's not even looking at the doom around him. He's focused on her. Do you think he knows that?
He has tunnel vision right now. And the quest is this. His heart, every beat, it gets narrower and narrower. And he sees this mission for what it is, and he knows that he has no choice but for him and Donkey and their friendship and courage and their mission to go through that tunnel vision, to just obliterate it, man.
Right.
Just all the way through whatever
it takes.
tear and fabric in the fabric of reality may happen. They need
to get.
There's nothing for it.
There's nothing for it, and he knows. I say that he knows Fiona is going to be his true love, and that's something we may disagree upon or something we do agree upon maybe, because he is omnipotent. He knows that Fiona's there, and he knows that they're going to be in love, and he knows that they're going to have little Shrek.
He's seen this story before. He's literally written the fabric of the very reality he's living in.
Reading his own.
He is just a puppet in his own in his own play.
Yeah. So let's continue right there. That's a good place to continue. Oh my God!
Just let me off right now, please. But you're already halfway.
This is exactly what happened with us too. You know,
You were halfway, and you were trying to pussyfoot your way out of this.
Right. Don't make me step on the pee-poo. Don't make me fall into the pee-poo. And I was trying to get off that bridge, and you said
the only way, 2 ways out of this is either I throw you off the side or we finish going across this bridge.
Right. And the fear of that, the fear of getting pee-poo on me again, kept me going. And I think Shrek is having the same tactic. So I think it's safe to say that even before the films came out, you were a lot like Shrek, and you're becoming more like Shrek every day. In fact, your energy on this show, and I think all of you guys will agree, has been more bigger.
Well, as you know, I've been expanding my body and cultivating mass. I've been reallocating fat, muscle, tissue in my neck, in my chest, in my shoulders, widening it, having more of an overbearing barrel chest. And my personality needs to take a really high level on this, and I need to fill out and overcompensate for what's going on, because this body type and this lifestyle is earned. It is not given. And I take every breath that I can to be larger than life. Because you know what? Our boy was larger in life.
Right.
And I deserve nothing less.
You are encompassing every part of Shrek, and I am proud to say as your friend that you are growing to look and feel and have the presence more and more of Shrek each day. And I think your goal is going to come pretty soon. You just need to eat a little more sausages and get a little more fat around your...
the trunk area.
Yep, the trunk area, the muffin tops. Your rumps could be a little bit fatter. But that is just criticism that I give with the utmost honor and grace.
I take that with a little bit of resistance, but a lot of love and respect.
Thank you.
I had to say. Okay, fine. I don't have time for this. You go back. Shrek, no, wait. Donkey. Let's have a dance then.
All right, let's stop it right there. True friend doesn't let you retreat. We either finish the mission or fucking kill you.
Right. And I think Shrek is playing a little bit of a mind game. I wish that therapist wasn't such a bitch and we could ask her. But, he says, go back then. Go back. I'm not going to help you. But yet he doesn't let Donkey move.
Doesn't let him go.
He doesn't let Donkey move past him to get off the bridge. It's almost like he's mentally with him a little bit, saying, okay, go ahead, but then he's still forcing him along, which is great.
It's like me taking my son's fists and hitting him repeatedly with it, saying, stop hitting yourself, stop hitting yourself, stop hitting yourself. He had no choice in that either way.
Right, and it's like, I'm not hitting you, you're hitting yourself. Yet you have control over that situation, and you are making your son hit himself.
An illusion of control, because who has the ultimate control?
Shrek and you.
These.
Those big breasts. Yep. And let's go ahead and stop it right there.
Oh, I'm sorry. Do what? Oh, this? Yeah.
And a lot of you, let's go ahead and pause it right there. A lot of you have been saying, where do you get these fear tactics from? Why is striking fear into your son, your wife, your mistress, all part of this tactic of getting them to do what you want? It's simply because we saw it on a movie, a Shrek movie. That's the best way. Tough love. That's why we always bring up tough love.
Oh.
There you go. And that calls back, I think.
What did you do when I got you to the other side of that poo-poo pee-pee bridge?
I said, wow. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yep. And that shows, and this is a callback to a couple episodes ago when we said, you're being tough on these people, and that brain doctor was like, you're going to traumatize them. He traumatized them, but then later, once they're across that pee-poo bridge, they're going to say, wow.
They're going to say, oh my gosh, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I've learned and I've grown, and I have you and your verbal abuse to thank for that. Mm-hmm. And that's why I do what I do.
That's why I do what I do, and that's why I do it well. And that is amazing. And I'm glad that you guys now are seeing how we've implemented this movie into our lives, and we invite you to do the same.
Press play.
That'll do.
Don't know what that's from.
That's
Cool.
Yeah, that's not from anything I've seen.
So where's this fire breathing pain in the neck anyway? Inside, waiting for us to rescue her. I was talking about the Dragon Shrek.
Yeah, let's go ahead and stop.
Classic comic misdirect right there.
Woo! Wow. And
gonna get woo, Mitch. Shut up.
And we've been blazing through this movie.
Should we pump the brakes here?
We should pump the brakes here. I think this is a good place to stop for now. Because that is a marvelous scene, and there's a lot to reflect on. So I invite you all to pull out your green journals, pull out your personal journals on your nightly call tonight, discuss it with your best friend, and really start to implement some of the things we learned in this. What would you tell them to implement from this scene we watched? What do you think is the most important thing that they can take from this scene and implement into their own lives to better them and their families?
Feel free to pause right now. Call 3 people. We'll wait. And welcome back. What did you share? Wow, that's really interesting. I learned a lot too.
Thank you guys. And I think we need to keep our heads high and our bodies low, just like Lord Farquaad says.
I keep my head high in the clouds. High as a kite in the clouds, just as high as my as my hopes and dreams, and my hopes and dreams are high. I've been doing a lot of art. I've been doing a lot of things around the house. I've been doing things with my extra time like you didn't know. I've been up a lot throughout the night. I don't sleep much. I don't eat much anymore. Just cultivating mass, cultivating skills. I've been starting a weed whacking business. I've been shaving off the excess wool off of people's sweaters that comes up in those little balls that you hate, and I recycle that into more wool sweaters, and it's a gift that keeps on giving. For every sweater that I create, I give one to charity, the charity of my choosing, which is the local Alhambra Theater in Pleasant Grove that shows Shrek 5 nights a week. We give away a free sweater once a week there. Usually I have one of my kids dress up as a creature and I give it to them, but nobody else in the audience knows that, so I get that, and that's another sweater that I base my business on to get more bits off of that. I've also been making paintings from my breasts. I smash them together, I smash them on canvas, and you can buy them on Etsy at Shreky Titty. tittytittyart.blogspot/etsy.com. What were you saying?
And if you call us before you order one and say, I saw your breast art on your show, we will give you 2% off. I was saying, and what you said was great, because that really ties into what we just saw here. You were saying you are resourceful, essentially. You are, because we're broke, because we are investing so much with Julian Myers, you've turned to being crafty and doing different activities to earn money. And that's a lot like Shrek does. He's very resourceful. He's very smart with his money. I'm sure Shrek invested in Duloc, and that's why he owns such a nice piece of property on the swamp.
He has several revenue streams. I can promise you that he's not putting all of his eggs in one basket.
Diversify your portfolio. In fact, we've been waiting and praying to Shrek that we have an opportunity to invest in swamps. We don't know when that opportunity is going to come. We don't know how it's going to come. But we have been doing our nightly prayers and rituals and sacrifices so that we get an opportunity to invest in a swamp and hopefully move out there. So, Shrek be willing, we will get that opportunity. It'll fall right in our laps, which will be great, and that will strengthen your faith in ours. All right. Thank you. And the one thing I want to say about that scene, what I think you can take away from it, is that Donkey can be such a good friend to Shrek, and you should be a good friend too.
You're 100% correct.
All right, guys.
Where are we at? What are we doing right now?
We are going to pause it right there. We have a couple more things, and we'll wrap up this episode here. Next, we will be judging...
Body shots.
I've been waiting for this one.
This has been such a treat. We've gone through thousands of submissions. We've funneled them into good, better, best, and it's been so hard. There's no one right answer, but downright some of you are just horrifying to look at.
Right, and if we need to swamp your noggin, we shouted this out a couple episodes ago. You send us at talkingshrek@gmail.com pictures of your body, and we will be judging them based off how green and leathery the skin is, how morbidly obese you are, how shapely, misshapen you
elongated ears, sunken in eyes. Maybe if your hands appear hoof-like.
Mm-hmm. Weirdly shaped nipples, translucent skin, any debilitating skin diseases you might have.
Long noses, we're talking long, wide noses.
Talking tiny knees.
Tiny knees, we're talking
big toes.
Wide toenails.
Wide toenails.
Cheese toenails. Rotten toenails.
Anything that naturally occurs on your body. Tumors, popcorn ankles, all sorts of stuff. Send them in. We got them. We look through them, we pick the best that most correlate with what we would think Shrek would find sexy, right?
And the grand prize winner will have their shot blown up, and it's going to stretch the 3-story building our media empire is in right now, very much akin to the world famous 2002 Salt Lake Olympics American athletes on the Wells Fargo ZCMI Center downtown Salt Lake City like you see here.
And we will be paying, we don't know how yet, maybe selling some of the sweaters he's been making from his son's butt hair. We will be taking that money and putting 3 months down for you so we can blow up that picture on a billboard just like this. Picture your picture here on this billboard as thousands of people travel through I-15 and see your beautiful Shrek-like body. And we will do that for you guys because we love you. So let's get to our first one. Mitch, will you pull it up? Pull it up. Would you pull it up? Would you pull it up?
Mitch!
Would you pull up the contest? The first picture of the contest, Mitch? Pull it up. Would you pull it up? Would you pull it up? Oh, there we go.
Oh, God, dude.
Wow. Jeez. Okay. Yeah. I remember looking at this one. I didn't know you threw that one in.
It doesn't get any easier the second or third time, I'll tell you that. Not a bad, well...
What a disgusting body you have.
Definitely no one I would slink into bed with, but I tell you,
right,
they are disgusting.
Those are disgusting, and when we say disgusting, it is in the best way possible. We don't want anyone to get the idea that we're making fun of anyone, that we're bullying anyone, because every body is beautiful, except for this one. This one is disgusting, but in its own beautiful way.
But they consensually sent in these pictures knowing that we would scrutinize every inch, every mole, every hair. If I'm so bold to start right now, I would point to these elbows. Now it appears that these limbs are so sickly, oh my God, and so narrow that the biggest part on these joints, on these limbs, are the actual joints themselves. They look like the size of tennis balls connected to toothpicks, and that is absolutely reviling to me.
That is
Shrek
vile.
has guns. He's big. He's jacked. Okay,
Right.
This ain't it, Chief.
So I see the two things here that really relate to Shrek and the most morbid and disgusting things. But yes, I agree with you. The elbows, the arms aren't much like Shrek. If you want to get a good idea of what Shrek's arms look like, just take a look at this big boy right here and judge it off that. Thank you for your submission, though. What's her name, Mitch? Melania
Trump.
Thank you, Melania Trump, for your submission. And you are not a winner, I hope, because we have some better ones, I think, that we sifted through. All right, Mitch, would you pull up the next one? Pull it up. Pull it up. Pull it up. Would you pull up the next one, Mitch?
It's loading.
Mitch?
It's loading.
It's loading, Mitch?
Must be a big file size.
Can you pull it up? Whoa. There we go. Okay. This is a good one. It's very vile. It's very morbidly obese. If I was your father, I probably would throw you out on the streets. But that being said, it's perfect for this contest.
There's a market for this. There's a niche market for that, and we're here for it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
If you notice, I imagine that this person just downright stinks. Maybe stinks of onions. Maybe stinks of mangrove swamp bushes, parsnips, pickled beets, whatever it is.
This was a really good one.
They stink.
Yeah, this was a really good one because just visually, you can tell it stinks. And it stinks like things that would be in the world of Shrek, which is perfect. I think you nailed this one. You can smell the putrid odor coming from under those stinky, flappy armpits. It's getting me real wild. I feel like if I close my eyes, it feels like I am in a putrid swamp right now, which is exactly what we were thinking. So great job. Who was it? Jimmy John's? Jimmy John. Thank you,
Jimmy's John.
Jimmy's John. Thank you, Jimmy.
Thank you, Jimmy. Let's
Great
put
submission.
him over in the maybe folder.
Maybe folder Mitch. Thank you. All right. And the last one here was submitted by Tukey. Little Tukey.
Little Took.
Little Tukey. All right.
Oh.
Wow. Okay. Yeah.
Whoa.
Oh, this might be this is a close one with these last two.
Hubba.
Yeah.
I tell you that.
Hubba hubba.
God, I don't know if that's a man or a woman. I don't care.
Right, and I like this one. I think it hits on par with Jimmy's, but in a different way. You can tell that these flaps were maintained for this contest.
They were.
These big flippy flaps right here. These two flaps.
They were cleaned on top. They were cleaned underneath. They've obviously been lifted.
This looks like maintenance.
They're symmetrical.
Yeah. maintenance and hard work, and I assume it was for this contest, which is great work. You could tell this was weeks of preparation. They probably gained 15 to 20 pounds.
We did give you a month's notice, so no excuses to not fully sculpt and mold your body for the submission. Don't be lazy.
Yep, we love that you gained weight for this contest. 15, 20 pounds is always good to help with this sort of thing, to make yourself more disgusting and putrid and ugly. But very beautiful job and great submission. But I'm going to have to give it, I think, to Little Tukey. That's my vote. Jimmy, amazing submission. In fact, can we get 2 wallet-sized printouts of that, Mitch, for our wallets? Thank you, Mitch.
Gotta get a mantelpiece size.
Right. So Jimmy, runner-up. And in fact, if you want to do this, Jake, I think Jimmy's was so good, even though he wasn't the winner. Little Tukey's the winner. Little Tukey, you win 3 free tickets to our next performance, our next show that we put on. Last one was at Ovington Manor. We're hoping to get that gig again. It was a beautiful, wonderful
So they're TBD tickets. We don't know the value of them yet. We don't know when. We don't know where or what the production will be. But you will have third-row tickets.
You will have third-row tickets guaranteed. And Jimmy, if you want to do this, Jake, if you think this is a good idea, that was such a good submission as well, and very close call. I say we send him something. Send him something. What do you think we should send him? There was no second prize, but I think we can make an exception for this one.
Jimmy's John's, you get your own copy of Shrek the Third.
We'll sign it.
We'll sign it. We will send it via Amazon straight to your home. All we ask is that you take a picture of you watching this and you tag 100 friends and ask those 100 friends to tag 100 other friends to tune into the pod.
Yep, have them comment, have them subscribe to our Patreon, and have them email us at talkingshrek.com. I want to be a winner too, and we will send you Shrek the Third, signed by us. The value of this is incredible. I bet you wouldn't want to resell it, but if you did, it could be worth tens and twenties of dollars. $30, $40.
I would suggest putting this in your will. I would suggest getting it appraised once we've signed it.
Protect your assets. Yeah.
Mitch, what's up?
Mitch. Yeah.
Reach out, get the address.
Get in touch with him. Mitch will send that out. And yeah, remember to protect your assets. Get that license. Probably get it insured in case anything happens. It gets stolen.
I would say when you're not watching it, maybe put it in your deposit box at the bank, at the credit union, at the Wells Fargo, wherever you're doing your banking business, and protecting your assets.
Yep. Slip it under your pillow if you can't make it to the bank in time. You want to protect that with your life, because we will not be sending you another one. That was our last copy of Shrek the Third. I will be going down to the Chevron to see if they have any extra copies. My friend Dale works there, and he is a huge fan. He might have a couple extra copies we can get in here to give away as gifts again. So,
right down there, catty corner from where we're at now. Dale?
Yeah. Yep.
Good guy.
Yep, great guy. In fact, we're going to get to some taquitos with him later. So thank you.
Dale sells me the best powdered white donuts you could ever imagine.
Oh,
it keeps my head in the clouds, and it keeps me productive throughout the day.
Oh, he's been selling you donuts?
Love him.
They have a huge selection of donuts down at the Chevron. So go get yourself some.
If you want the real good powdered donuts, you knock on the side window 3 times. You go to the side between the recycling dumpster and the regular dumpster, and he will bring you directly the best fresh powdered donuts, the whitest of the white you could ever imagine.
Does he just take cash for them?
Cash. He doesn't sell them by individual donut. You have to buy them by the gram. So he weighs them there with a little food scale that he has in his pocket.
Wow.
These are dynamite. And for every donut that you all go buy, every gram of donut, he will knock a couple of donuts off of the debt that I owe him.
Oh, nice. So it's like a referral MLM type thing.
Right. And you'd really be saving my hide.
Okay, yeah.
Daddy's got to eat. Daddy's got to have some more donuts.
Yeah, and I know Dale has gang connections, so we definitely want to get Jake. Not that Dale will do anything, because he loves us, he loves the
We
show.
want his protection.
But he has very tight MS-13 connections straight to the big man down there, Cholo Juarez, the big drug dealer. Not that we know anything about that, really, but we do not want to mess with that guy or Dale.
So go get some donuts today.
Yeah.
There at the Chevron. Caddy corner from here. Not that you even know where we're at, because we'd never tell you. Oh boy, do we have some submissions.
All right, and we got a couple letters. We haven't done these in a while, so we're going to be reading a couple of yours. If you have a question for the future, send them to talkingshrek@gmail.com. We get thousands of letters, but we sift through them. We pick the best questions. Mitch sifts through them, Chive sifts through them, and we read them, and we'll be answering those.
Why don't you go ahead and start us off there?
Starting off? All right, let's see. Let's start with this one. This submission was from Ivana Worth, Plano, Texas. Thank you, Ivana. Miss Worth says, "Hey, Swamp Daddies. I know you don't know me, but I feel like I've known you two my whole life. So I will continue to refer to you as my literal father figures." That's great to know. We have many children out in America and worldwide. Ivanka. Recently, I found out that my father doesn't like me. He doesn't even love me. This may be speculation, you probably think. No, it is not. He explicitly told me while he was walking out of the door for the last time in my life that he never wants to see or think of me ever again. These are the last words he uttered to me before boarding a one-way flight to Colombia to start his new family, as the newly appointed head of the drug cartel. That's great.
Whoa.
We were just talking about the drug cartels. Julian, what caused your harsh feeling of resentment toward your son? I trust that it was for good reason, and I'd never judge you for it. Is it something that I did? What can I do to win my father back? Keep it swampy and keep your leather donut handbag full to the brim. Ivanka Fuckworth. Thank you, Ivanka. Miss Fuckworth, that was a beautiful letter. We appreciate your loyalty, and I'm sorry to hear about your father. To answer your question here about Rump, my stepson, Rump is an interesting figure, and maybe you connect with this. And as a father figure, I think, I don't know if this will fix your problem, but I will tell you what Rump could do to fix his relationship with me, and maybe that will fix your relationship with your father. And what Rump can do is absolutely nothing. It's a carnal thing. It's postpartum. It has nothing to do with me. It has nothing to do with my decisions. It is just awful targeted hate towards him that I can't change, that I don't want to change, that I can do nothing about. So it might be better for you to just move on from your father and find a new father, find a daddy. Go on Craigslist, say I'm looking for a daddy. He can punish me, he can teach me the ways of the road, he can do all these, whatever you want your daddy to do for you, just get on there and say I am looking for a daddy, and guaranteed if you post a picture, a flattering picture of yourself, you will get many daddies that will be hitting you up. So that's what I
want to know if her dad knows Dale and can get me off the hook over there. Ivana Fuckworth, if your dad knows Dale down there caddy corner from here, so let us know.
Yeah, get in touch. Yep.
Let me jump in here.
Yep, grab one of those letters, bud. Thank you guys for your submissions. All right. You could read that?
Yeah. Hey, Swamp Cocks. My name is Helen Feltman from Caesar's Palace, Las Vegas. I've been a longtime friend and watcher of everything Talking Shrek. Jake is my absolute fave.
Wow.
And Julian is okay too, except for the way he treats sweet, sweet Laura. I agree. Sorry. My question stems from experience as a TV sitcom writer for the hit show Wilbur Hears a Who, starring Jeff McDaniels. I'd say so. I noticed over the season you two have been dealing with a lot of personal issues. This became apparent with the last guest. Nah.
We keep it strictly professional here.
Are they even watching the same show?
I don't know.
Guess we'll find out. What are some things you both will do over the next couple of weeks to prepare mentally and physically for season 2? I think if you want to make love to my husband. Love, Helen Feldman. Well, thank you, Helen. I also think about a lot of people while I'm making love. That's neither here nor there. How we're going to prepare for season 2 is I'm gonna I get most creative when my head is high in the clouds.
Right.
Up there, and when I'm not, I'm feeling down. I'm feeling lethargic, sluggish. I can't think straight. I need a couple powdered donuts if you're catching my drift.
I'd say that Jake is the creative yin and yang of our group here. So what I will be doing is anything I can to bolster and muster up Jake so that he can be creative, come up with ideas for season 2. I'm kind of just the handbag donkey who carries the load that Jake comes up with. So that's a great question. I think mentally I will be preparing myself to cater to Jake and to help him so that he may come up with these new ideas and make season 2 the best season that we've had. So thank you for your question. And I'm glad you think of us when you make love to your husband. I often think of Jake when I masturbate. So we have a lot in common, yeah, thank you for your question.
Thanks, Ellen.
You want to do one more before I finish the last one?
Sure. You go.
You're looking kind of tired.
Let's go back. Okay.
Just read the last one. Do the last one real quick. And you could take a little rest, take a little sleep.
I appreciate you. Hello, sir. My name is Jones Roger. I'm a very big fan from you guys. I am an investor in real estate.
Here I go.
You think
He's had a long day. Hello, sir. My name is John Rogers. I am very big fan from you guys. I am investor in real estate. You can invest in swamp real estate with me and be very happy. You will guaranteed have lots of money in just fast days with my system. Are you hearing this, Jake? I am an expert of swamp. Will you help me, sir, and invest? Do you have Cash App? Yes, we do. Send money, sir, to receive lots of money. Easy investment for you. This is the proof right here. This guy, Jones Rogers, wants us to invest in his swamp real estate, which is very interesting because we were just saying prayers last night. We were praying after our nightly call together on FaceTime that we would get an opportunity to invest in swamps. We do have Cash App. Mitch, would you get in touch with Jones Roger so that we can start investing in swamps? Now, we'll need to allocate some assets. I know, Jake, I have $1 in my pocket, so we can go ahead and throw that at it. And we'll get some money together. Jake will keep coming up with his ideas, and we will certainly invest in your swamps, Jones Roger. Mitch, would you get on that, please? Thank you. All right, guys. Let me tuck this guy in real quick, and let's get him all tucked up. Here. Been a long day. All right. I don't want to jip anyone, so I will go ahead and do the last question. Sorry if you wanted Jake involved. He has expended his energy during this episode because he loves you guys and he puts 100% in everything he does much like Shrek. And if Jake, you're watching this later, I love you. I appreciate our friendship. I appreciate all that you do for me, and I appreciate your beautiful wife and children. Your beautiful wife and children mean so much to me. I love them with all my heart, and I can't wait to be their father, their partial father, along with you, of course. Both fathers. We'll both be fathers because I don't like my son. All right, last question here. Greetings, Swamp Nuts. My name is Spencer Goomba. I'll get down to brass tacks. I've never made my wife honk like a goose. Am I less of a man? This would be a great question for Jake because, as you guys know, he likes making his wife honk like a goose. Give it to me, much like that. That's much like Fiona sounds like in bed, because I listen in on when they're having tracks. This is a good question. I don't think so. I think you need to find out what really turns your wife on. Maybe you shouldn't be listening for goose honks. Maybe you need to be listening for dog howls, like. I know oftentimes when me and sweet Laura made love a couple years ago, she would make the cutest sound. It was much like anime characters that I hear about sometimes on my threads. She would go, little Connie, little Connie, little Connie, little Connie, little Connie, little Connie. So sometimes it may not be a goose honk, sometimes it may not be a howl. You need to listen for her noises that she makes. It might be a purr like Puss in Boots. It might be wood clanking together like Pinocchio when he's getting his cheeks clapped. So just don't judge her for that and do your best. It doesn't make you less of a man, and listen to those sweet purrs. They are going to be unique to her, much like Fiona's are, Jake's wife's are unique to her as well when they have Shreks in the swamp. Thank you for your question. All right, guys, I think we had a great episode. I think we nailed the rocket on the head. I think we did everything we could this episode to bring it to you live. And now I'm going to go home and sleep next to the dumpster. And that's my home. So, yep. See you guys.
I agree, Mr. Jones. There's the diversifying in swamp investment
I just
would
wanted to...
Go check the electric fence or something.
is sound investments.
Come in, come.
Oh, come on. Pick up, sweetie. Pick up, my sweet bride. Day of reckoning is here. Hey, sweetie. What are you guys up to? Oh, just shucking the corn for dinner? Likely story. Like I don't know what you've already been up to. Coming home, night after night, covered in oil, covered in dirt, covered in grease. I can't stand the smell of you. I can't imagine who you've been with behind my back. What did I tell you since the night of our honeymoon? You cross me, it's over. And not just us, your life. Everything we've built together turns to dust. It burns down. I will burn you. I will burn all of you. Not even just emotionally, physically. Try to go open the doors. You'll find them very locked. No way out. You ever wonder why I keep gasoline lighting the outside of our home at any given moment? Because I've been preparing for this moment right now. Oh, that's rich. Your apologies were far too late. Too little, too late. Guess what, sweetie? I have a box of matches, and I'm headed there right now. Your day of reckoning has come. You're going to have to look our sweet children in the eye. Well, maybe not Gordo, but look at them both in the face and tell them, Daddy's burning the home down, and it's all Mommy's fault. I'll be home soon. Love you. Bye. Oh man, I'm gonna take the highest level possible on this and send them all straight to hell.
Hello, is this Little Caesars? I need 2 large pies down at the studio, Talking Shrek Studio, stat. Hello, Orem Police Station? This is Julian from Talking Shrek. We have an arson on the loose. He's on his way right now to murder his wife. That's why I need your help. Please. Alright, the address is 4273 Blueberry Lane, Orem, Lehigh area. Right by the Macy's. Yeah, he's gonna kill his family, so you might want to hurry. Okay, love you, bye.